WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Ready?
Look who it is.
Hi.
Look what the wind brought in. Blew in. Dragged in.
Yeah, dragged.
There you go. Dragged in. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
So, meteorologist Elise was away for a couple days. We're happy you're back.
Thanks.
We missed you. You look rejuvenated. You look just...
I had a great time.
Did you sleep well?
I slept well the whole trip.
Okay.
And then I had a horrible experience trying to get home again. And I didn't sleep well. And then I slept great last night.
Okay. So once you got back to your back home, you were like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you eat well?
Of course.
Yeah. So can we tell people? You don't have to tell people.
I went to Maine.
Yeah.
I posted it on my Facebook yesterday. My weather page.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Had lots of lobster rolls.
Really?
And
there?
Then, yeah. And other good stuff. And great views. And it's burned in my memory.
I know. Now you've been to Maine before.
Yeah.
So last year was my first time going to Maine. I went in October. I was called a leaf peeper. I never heard the term before. Have you heard the term?
No. I have aspired to be a leaf peeper for my whole life.
So I got up there and I brought my drone and I'm going through these beautiful mountains and valleys and seeing all kinds of beautiful scenery. And everybody said, "Oh, you're a leaf peeper."
Yeah.
And I said, "Huh? Well, what? Like, what does that mean? Is that a religion? What is that?
Right.
Like, is that a sect? Am I supposed to go someplace and worship on every other Wednesday?" So it was interesting, but it was beautiful scenery. And I was there with temperatures in the 60s. What was the weather like when you were there?
It was in the 90s the first day, and then there was a cold front, and then it was in the 60s and like the low 80s.
Oh,
it was great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool enough to put a little sweater on at night, especially on the water. So
now, you know how lobster first started as a food, right? Do you know who? You don't know?
They didn't tell me that on my lobster tour.
So lobster was called prisoner food. When the first prisons were opened in New England and Eastern Canada, especially Newfoundland, they had no food. They didn't know what to feed the prisoners. So they used to get these, what they looked like giant insects out of the water. They'd come up in the nets because everybody was eating fish. They'd bring these things up in the nets, and they were so plentiful. There were so many of them. They just said, give them to the prisoners. And so prisoners used to feed on lobster. And at that time, it was looked down upon like a horrible food.
That's crazy.
Then the railroad industry came about. Okay. And someone figured out that they could can lobster. I know it sounds horrible, right?
So gross.
They could can lobster and put it on trains, and it would last on a train trip. Because remember, with the first trains, they didn't have all the refrigeration figured out. Right. They didn't have all the stuff figured out. A lot of food had to be canned, preserves, and the whole works. No joke. They start feeding people on the train lobster. Well, for people that took a train, one, you had to have money.
Yeah.
Two, you never experienced lobster anywhere else. You were not a prisoner, hopefully. So you're on this train, you're saying, "Oh, they serve this food. It's just incredible." Well, nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to tell them, "Hey, we're feeding the prisoners this."
Yeah.
So no joke, lobster all of a sudden went from being a prisoner food to a food of the ultra wealthy.
Wow.
And now it's wealthy. Because you've just, I have no, I mean, I don't know if it's because it's so protected, but lobster is not cheap up there.
No.
Even when you get it right off the dock, it's still expensive.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah.
So,
but it's so worth it. So delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're really happy you're back, and we're happy to see all of you this afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here. And it's a pleasure to have you joining us this afternoon for our little weathercast. This is an expanded weather show. We talk about everything. Talk about the weather. We talk about what else is going on for a traditional grandpa weathercast and a traditional weathercast in general. Just go on over to WLBT and you'll see her today you'll be on Studio 3, right?
Potentially.
Okay. It's always iffy.
It's always iffy.
But you'll be on WLBT News at 4 and 4:30. I'll be on WLBT News at 5 and 6 o'clock. I have to remember what time I'm on today. Will you remind me?
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Thank you. Yeah. So anyway, so far, we've got some more downpours out there, and yesterday we had some intense downpours.
Yeah,
they got a
little crazy.
Yeah, Tylertown probably stole the cake yesterday, but there's some pretty good stuff around Natchez. There were some pretty good showers in other parts as well across central and southwest Mississippi. But for the most part, we're looking at this weather pattern for the next few days. We're going to be dealing with downpours every afternoon, today, tomorrow, Thursday, and on into Friday as well.
Yeah. So the thing is, they're still pretty isolated today, less coverage than what we had yesterday for sure. And then tomorrow, the coverage is going to go back up. So if you're missing the rain this afternoon, there's still a chance you see it for the next few hours, but there will be plenty more chances for you. Right now, we got a pretty nice thunderstorm south of Jackson and Byram, right along I-55, closer to Centerville as well. These are moving to the south and west again, essentially. But starting tomorrow, we've got higher rain coverage. Now, low 90s not in our forecast for Wednesday. It's probably still going to feel the same as today, but maybe the rain will cool you off a little bit. And then by the end of the week, it won't be as hot, potentially, theoretically.
It's going to be the eastern half, really the northeastern half of the country is going to cool down dramatically for something that we don't typically see in August, but it is an early, I hate saying this. I'm saying it's an early season cool front, but that's not accurate. It's summer. If it were early season, it would be technically fall and then cold front. But this is weird. We've got a cool front that's going to be working its way down across the eastern half of the country, and we are going to benefit from it here. We're not going to cool down necessarily dramatically, but it'll put those temperatures back where they kind of should be, maybe even a little bit below normal going into next week.
Yeah, and the mugginess will be a little bit less too. So you saw Wednesday's coverage does look to be a little bit more than today. And notice the direction is changing, and that's to do with the cool front pushing through. That keeps our rain chances about the same, but a little higher south of I-20 going through the end of the week and the weekend. So our muggy meter starts to trend down a little this weekend. And then we get another front next week. That's the bigger cool down. That brings our mugginess down even more heading into next week, and the temperatures will go with it.
So Erin's down to a Category 2 hurricane. Was an intense storm, very intense storm at one point. What it's doing right now is it's actually getting bigger. It's going to get bigger in size as it fans out. And this is going to cause a major problem up and down the eastern seaboard when it comes to surf. No problems around here. But we can thank Erin. I was talking about this yesterday. We can thank Erin for helping to drive that cool front farther southward than it normally would. If this hurricane were not out there, I don't think we would see this cool front making it as far south as it's going to make it this weekend and next week. So that's the good news with all this. By early next week, it's gone. Then we got two other systems behind it. Okay, 60% chance on the next one, which is, believe it or not, this has been an interesting shift in the weather pattern. First models came out. This was going more towards the Caribbean islands and Florida. Second models came out, and this was going more towards where Erin is tracking. Third models now have come out, and this is actually going to carve its way east, more east than where Erin is. So we're not worried about the system behind Erin. And the one that's in the eastern Atlantic is curious too. I've run the analysis on that. And if it can survive, because it's really far away, if it can survive, that's also going to follow a similar path to either not, what are we calling this, 98L? And not, what is this, 99L? I forget what it is. It's one of those things.
One of that.
Yeah. It's going to follow a path of either Erin or that one. So there's nothing right now that really is alarming. Now, when you're away, we had one model that showed something going on in the Caribbean. Then it stopped. Then it came back. Then it stopped. Then it came back. Now it stopped again.
Well, it can stay that way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, we are getting closer to the peak of hurricane season. Yep. So mid-August, usually we're starting to see the peak by the beginning of September and throughout the month of September. So just keep in mind that we're appreciating the pattern right now, but there's going to be more going on in the next few weeks. But that also means we're getting closer to fall, 34 days away. Some relief from the dangerous heat, even before that 34-day mark. So while we're still going to be tracking dangerous heat tomorrow, most likely, heat alerts for tomorrow have been issued. By Thursday, it's maybe not feeling quite as hot. And then remember that secondary cold front next week brings our temperatures down more, maybe even upper 80s for some places. And the mugginess is barely there.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even getting, it doesn't always depict it, but the high temperature and the heat index are going to be very close to each other for the beginning of next week. So humidity is not going to be that much of an issue. It's just going to be warm, but even 90 degrees with low humidity feels kind of nice around here.
Feels like fall.
Yeah.
Mississippi fall.
Want to say hi to some people real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Let's say hi. Let's see, make sure I got everybody on the list here. We've got Josh Frith. Hey, Josh. Good to see you this afternoon. Thanks for showing up. Dolores Carring. Good afternoon. Ruru Tomlinson. Well, the weather's pretty hot, pretty humid. How's it by you? Brenda Sunshine Harness. Hello and good afternoon to you. Sandra Gray. Is this weather? Yes, it is. Sheikah Hampton, hello everyone. Taco Tuesday. That's right,
Sure
Sheikah.
is.
What did you have for lunch? Have you eaten lunch yet?
No.
Oh, I had a salad. I've been trying to do right.
There
Trying
you
to
go.
change my life.
Proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Not really, but I'm trying. But it's hard at times. But for the most part, when you just sit there and you go, hey, can I eat this salad? It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, would I rather eat a steak? Yeah, but I hate the way I feel that way. But I love eating fish. So I've been eating fish once or twice a week. And I found a new place right down the street that has fish, and it's grilled or a pan something. So that's good.
That
I
sounds
like
good.
that a lot. Kenny Daniel. Oh, I got the rheumats in my knee. I think you mean the rheumatoid, but I got it. It's going to rain. Well, Kenny, your knee will not lie to you. Back out
It'll
there
never
right
lie.
now. I was looking outside the station. We got a huge downpour that's just that way south.
Yep.
And yeah, the sky just looks dark and nasty.
It was thundering here earlier.
Yeah.
So close, but no dice.
Yeah, well, it happens like that.
Yeah. Wish it would rain in my house.
Yep.
Oh well. Maybe later. Maybe tomorrow.
Exactly.
There's always tomorrow.
Exactly. Josh, we just talked about the waves behind Aaron. We talked about number 1 and number 2 behind Aaron.
Mhm.
So they're going to be following the same path. But folks, if you missed any of this, we're going to do a concise weathercast for you. As I mentioned, Elise will be on WLBT News at 4 and 4:30. I'll be on WLBT News at 5 and 6. And then we're back here at 6:30 with the latest information to do this all over again as we talk weather and whatever else we can think of. Hopefully the storms don't get too out of hand. The trend the past couple of afternoons has been mid-afternoon, and they seem to weaken by early evening. So hopefully it'll stay to that form over the next couple of days. Until then, folks, you have a great rest of the afternoon, and we will be here to keep you posted.